Spy just still flagging at these MA clouds. We got about a little less than 40 minutes until FOMC. SPY catching a little bounce here at that 382. Hey, yo, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up? What did I miss? Looks like nothing.
Yeah, pretty much nothing. Spy and ES took a little dump to hit their daily 8 and daily 50 and popped right back up. And we still sit in the same range, pretty much.
Oh, okay, okay. Ooh, I like where we bounced though.
Yep.
Oh, no, I gotta share screenshots already as soon as I sit down here.
Yeah, I just shared a good amount if you scroll up.
Yeah, I want to see that. See that.
SPX did the same. It tagged its daily 8 and daily 50 in the drop like perfectly and got right back going.
Heck yeah, that daily 50 and daily 8 on ES holding up. Ooh,
Yep.
got us some levels, baby.
Nice little pop forming here. We got about 25 minutes till FOMC.
Man, tell me you've shared this ADD chart somewhere. Oh, man, I'm gonna share it right now.
Yep.
Look at these bounces on ADD. Gross. Oh. I saw you put out a new diamond link. What happened?
Oh, I added a currency ticker at the request of a Diamond member, and there was a slight rounding error, so I just had to fix that.
Oh, okay, okay. This sucker.
Oh, yeah, and my man does want the Amazon, so let me run another scan and maybe update again.
Yeah, baby. Fresh links. We love it. Middle of the day, too. Wow. Still like all the same strikes I had up earlier. What?
Yeah,
Oh,
even those 390s on Spy, they got down and tapped their open range buy zone at 53 cents and popped it right back to 70 cents. They were,
nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
they really did not crush calls in that drop. It was interesting. And you had to go really far out to get a good move on anything like SPX. Like I was looking at the 3750s and they went like, I don't know, 250 to 5, something like that.
Ooh,
But again, you had to go really far. Like SPX very expensive today. They left a ton of premium in, and as I was kind of explaining to folks, it looked like they took zero theta out, even though everything pretty much opened flat.
no, literally, I was just thinking the same. And Connor posted a little tiny screenshot at the same exact time too. Just sitting down here, ends moment, right? Almost 2 o'clock on the East Coast, and the 380 put expiring today. It's still $2.
Yeah,
Straight.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the 370. Yeah, 375. No, 378s. Sorry. Well,
Oh,
and the 375s.
yeah, yeah. I was still saying anything down to that 275 is decent.
Nice little push on SPY, getting back to that last high that we just sold off from, or pulled back to the cloud and to that purple hash line.
Nice spot.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go pee. Be right back.
All right. Getting through that recent high ever so slightly. Nice steady push. SPY got through that trend line from the highs after that little pullback. Still pushing. SPY getting through 383.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Damn. Should I stay in the bathroom? My goodness.
Yeah, we're having a nice push here. Those 390s. Oh, go ahead.
No, no, go.
Oh, those 390s getting up to 80 cents now. The 385's getting up to 230.
Oh man, it's gonna be a spicy one. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
right, so going into the the Fed meeting here, there's usually a couple ways that this goes down, and a couple ways that we play it. Um, Especially, as we have been noting that big money and market makers are cranking the casino a little harder lately, right? We typically get a strong move both ways, as the data hits, and we pick a direction, right? A couple times recently, or at least this year as well, we have seen a heavy move one direction, a pullback, and then a continuation as well. But typically, it is a strong move, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think our literal last one, we just went sideways, right?
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, as always, they're throwing curveballs at us. But in these next couple minutes, we need to start hunting down which contracts are feasible and realistic with a pullback, right? We want to get in on a pullback and then catch the pop our direction and then play it safe and start collecting on it, right? So ideally, at least myself, I'm not going to play anything before, right? I'm going to wait until after the data hits, after a leg hits, try to counter that leg, right? Doing some knife catching, which we don't usually like to do, but different kind of day, and try to get that move back. Typically, and man, this is weird right here. Typically I feel like this is what we see when the data hits out of the base and then a flush right back. But overall, your safest move is to just wait a little bit. Powell will come on and speak at 2:30. They'll stir it up a little more, and then we still have, about an hour, hour and a half to trade after that. You don't have to get slaughtered in the next half hour in the unknown, right? Let that slaughterhouse happen, and then they're going to pick a direction most likely after they shake everyone out, and then we can get in on a retest and catch us a little trade. Right? We want to have realistic expectations. We're not going full beans on this, so it can get crazy. Play an amount that you'd be willing to go to zero, and that you're not going to be upset over. We're not going to let it go to zero, right? But trade an amount here in this situation that you would be okay going to zero. Especially if you're going to play an expiration that is today, right? This is a tricky, 2 hours, specifically today because of the Fed, right? So play it safe. If you're unsure, just don't do anything, right? We'll trade tomorrow. Size down and have fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Try to have some fun. Pop right before though. Don't like it.
Yep, in many ways the move may have started, so we need to be prepared that they're going to get some wacky wicks, they're going to drop some of these options, and if they're going to continue up, be ready to pick them up, even if there's a dramatic pullback on the option, right? Prepare yourself for the upside and the downside.
And stick to buying contracts at our levels, right? Our levels will still get hit, many times just right to them, even if it happens really fast, right? So what we expect here in the next couple minutes is when the data hits that they'll start to press it. They'll make a fast move one direction, make a fast move back maybe. And really, it's just hard for us to kind of like analyze, decide, and then execute all within a couple seconds. So what we try to do with our beast system here is to kind of take all that out. We're telling you where to buy, so you can have an order out. Maybe you're one of the few that gets wicked while retail is still trying to figure out what's even happening and make decisions, and then the market's gone. Let's see. I like that daily 50 where we bounced on SPY as a downside target. That 380 and a half has been huge for SPY as well. In a normal situation, when we're 2 hours from expiration, I would definitely say keep it tight on the strikes. But obviously, everything is really expensive right now. But everything is going to hold value in this madness that's about to go down. So I at this time would not recommend playing like something like the 375 put, which is 8 points out. But if we get a downside leg, even if it's not through 380, because of the speed that it could happen at, that 375 is going to get hit and it's going to hold value. But at the same time, when the move does cool down, it's going to lose value really fast. So if you play something like the 375 put, which I really like here at 50 cents and sitting right at beast, you cannot be a dick for a tick, and you cannot be greedy. That thing pops back your direction and gets back, let's say, to that previous high at like 71 cents. If you're looking at the 375 put on SPY, take that. Have the orders out before we get there because it's fast. And we're gathering information. Look at this pop. We just had a solid pop, right? That 375 put faded from 70 cents into the cent, tagged our beast level at 45 cents, and is now basing at it. We take that as they are likely going to use this strike. They want this strike to survive for right now.
Yep, and
For sure, we're going to pull back, but this is at least a stop on this bus ride. Okay. But
oh, and SPY got back to its open level. QQQ still below, but SPY basically just kind of reset the day. So we still want to look at our open range buy zone, open range sell zone, and play off of those.
yep, we also have that low from yesterday on SPY right dead middle of our opening range buy zone, that burger bar. Great, great little zone right here. fun. I love that, you know, all these things just line up all the time. Not a coincidence. How's the stream been going? Have been getting the tweets? I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, I killed it at one point because I just wanted to restart my computer fresh before FOMC. And this time I am streaming us through OBS instead of their web-based streamer. I'm just testing it to see if it's better
Right, right.
because there were some. It was a little skippy, like it would for the folks watching. You know, do the little loading symbol and then catch up again.
Sure, sure.
2 minute warning.
Oh, baby. Looks like they liked it. Damn, I didn't see anything yet.
Yep, big pop up.
Oh no. Oh man, let's see
And
what
then
we got.
right back down. On the call side, right back down. So you got to be ready if you think we're going up to catch those big pushes down on the call side. Same on the put side, and look at these wicks, how they hit our levels. Now we're popping higher. Those calls moving quick. They got down to a buck, buck 20. Now they're up over $3. You have to be very quick with these when it comes to FOMC.
right? Or don't do anything. You know, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything.
Right. If you're not good at making quick moves like this, definitely wait. There will be a pullback. Big push up on SPY. They're liking the information. Let's see, what did we get?
They said 0.75 increase.
Priced in and understood.
Ooh, they said Fed hints at possible slower pace of rate increases.
Moving forward, nice. That's what we were looking for. So just like we were saying, and Richie pointed out, sometimes it's worth having those orders down at these buy zones on each, on the options, on the calls, because you can get picked up quick. It can double, triple really fast. Like look at these 275s. They got down near $1, popped right back up to $1.50, and now they're pushing the 380. Those puts arriving down at our beast zones. But SPY pushing very hard. ES about to tap 3,900. Even those 390s on SPY got down to that 50 cents, 53 cents again. Now they're up at $1.50. So quick triple. Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, burger bottom to the cent. Like, what is that? Disgusting. Been holding that all day. Oh god, that strike all day. So I'm telling you, it was gonna rip. Man, what a pop.
Yep, great moves on all these calls that we've been mentioning. And our buy levels that we said to have orders ready just in case those wicks come down fast. That's why I called out those 387s. I said, boom, they're right back in our buy zone. Buy, buy, buy on those. But like anything, there will be pullbacks. We are up at 38.90. We are tapping the top of what is this, a 30-minute squeeze that popped up? We basically just tapped at the bottom and then ripped to the top. Come on, Tuss, what do you got? An hourly squeeze. And like we were talking about, folks, it could be a very quick reaction. You see a quick wick up, a quick wick down. You want to try to pick up those calls because they already showed in the first reaction a good push up.
Still close to 2 hours left in this session though, so no FOMO. If you didn't catch anything, plenty of legs to come here. We expect them to hold, with some pullbacks, but this is a casino, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall back for no good reason. I had a key psych level here, 387. ES at this 3900. I am at the top of our upper exhaustion zone.
And since this is, for a lot of you, this is your first FOMC with us, I mean, if you look at the calls, I just posted the 385s, I got the 387s up on my stream. They spent all day in the buy zone, all day in the buy zone. So, let's say we have some crazy reaction and start dropping. They loaded all day at that zone. It starts to take off, get going. They even pulled it right back to slap right in the middle at that 183. And now we're up here at $4, pushing a little bit higher. And those puts kind of spent most of their day up in the opening range sell zone. Sometimes it can just be that simple. If you look at those 380 puts, they were in the sell zone. They pushed a little bit out of it and then came back, gave one crazy wick up for market makers to get out and sell as it loses value back down to our beast zone.
Right, and it really should be that simple. This game is just supply and demand. And if they're just consolidating, above one of our buy zones all day, someone is collecting all of that. They want it to work. And as we frequently talk about as well, our system is equally as good defense as it is offense, right? Even if, let's say, it did fail after accumulating there all day, we got in, right? Or you would have gotten in at a great location, for a great price. And we take a small cut for a potential, 4x on a day like today.
Hey, let's go, Mr. Exile Island. Hit some of the 3910s on SPX.
Oh, Mr. Exile, let's go, brother. 8 to 18. Heck yeah, man, that's a solid win right there. Yeah, Connor, love it. All right, anything between that 385 and that 390, fire.
Yep.
Money, baby, money. And looking at any of these call charts that we're throwing up here, this is why we also really go hard on the no beast, no feast. Look at that last dip, you know, on any of those calls, right to low day and then rips. You know, if you have your order set at our levels, you're gonna get a better entry, and that happens. I want to say like every single time.
Yeah, like every
Sorry
FOMC that
to tag people out in such a fast move. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, you're good. Yeah, like every FOMC, we see these wicks come down, hit our buy zones, and then rip up. It even worked on SPX. There's the 3950s. They went from that buck 88 up to 560 in like one candle. You know, at 2 p.m. they released the FOMC minutes, and in about 20 minutes, a little less than 20 minutes, Powell's going to be speaking. That's why we can see this push up, a little fade back. Let's see how we deal with our MA clouds, because we're probably falling back to those for him before he speaks, and then we can get that continuation trade. Right now, the 5 minute, and you know, we also want to keep an eye on those puts at their beast zone. Can we fall right back down? Yes, we could fall right back down and then just chop. If we remember last FOMC, we had the reaction, we fell right back down, we didn't really do anything the rest of the day. It can happen. ES coming back to that 38.78 key level. Yep, just like Connor's posting. It's worth taking shots on these puts. No reason to just watch it pull back to those MA clouds if that's what's going to happen, right? Take a little shot at the puts. Get a little bit of premium. SPY coming back up to retest our outer shaded region. If you're looking at my stream, you can see how we ran right to the midline, this red line, in that outer shaded region. And that's what we're rejecting, pulling away from. They could bring it back to hit one of these MA clouds and then catch a bounce up to that 388.5 at the extent of our outer shaded region.
About an hour and 45 left. Gotta start being careful with this fade right here. You know, like we were talking about before 2 o'clock. SPY contracts for today still at 110%. They're gonna start gutting all that here sooner or later. Especially if you get the wrong side.
Like hopefully that's you know, making sense to people, and you know, little it stresses the point of how this system works on your options charts and how impressive it can be. We held all day at the buy zone to the call side, then we take off up to the sell zone. We held all day on the puts up in the sell zone. We fall in that big pop, and exactly where do we stop is in our beast zone. This is how market makers are balancing things out. Could they be loading on the puts to get ready for a sharper pullback? Very likely could happen. Definitely want to be watching our calls around these open levels, the white hash line. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about in my stream. I posted a link to the YouTube stream. I'm not sure if everybody, you know, is able to get in. If not, I can repost that link. Just let me know.
Pull back a little more here. QQQ down to that weekly 200. See if we can hold this open level.
Those puts starting to gain a little value out of our buy zones. Not quite out of our open range buy zones, but starting to peek out of the beast zone. Some of the SPX calls getting back to their beast zone, like those 3950s, getting back to that 188 after that big move. Watching the SPY calls around their open levels, basically back where they were before that big move. This is the kind of pullback we've been, you know, talking about, pulling back to these clouds for a chance for the continuation play. You know, looking at like the SPY 390s, they got down to their open level of about 90 cents. And if we just pop right back up for a new high, they go from 90 cents to a buck 60, buck 80 for a double. Here, I'll go ahead and I have the 387s up on my stream. And kind of the same thing. They're basing at their open of a buck 80. Could get right back up to $3, maybe push for more, but I'll change that up to the 90s. Got about 10 minutes till Powell is supposed to talk.
will he ruthless? He loves to do.
I just called out those 39.50s. They got down to $1.80. They're already back to 260 on this little bounce. SPY bouncing off that first cloud. Still has trend line from highs to contend with. But if you hopped into those 39.50s at $1.80 or $2, they are already back to 250. Those 390s still decent, around $1.90. If they break below that, you can cut them. You could easily push back up to that $1.60, $1.80, take out $2. I'll tell you, if Powell comes on and says, kind of confirms in voice that we might start seeing less intense rate increases, like maybe next month could be 50 basis points. If he starts saying, anything about inflation on the wane, we can definitely see the push higher.
We've got the weekly mean on ES at 39.20,
Oh,
which is actually below yesterday's high. Easy target.
those 39.50s now getting up to $3 on this bounce. Those 390s up to $1.15 from that 90 cents to $1 that I was calling them out at. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, there we go. And here, just for a frame of reference, we want to look kind of larger time frame. ES made such a hard push. It got from that 4-hour MA that was down near 38.40-ish. It got above all of the other intraday, smaller time frame, 45 MAs. As long as we hold above that 38.72, can absolutely keep pushing higher. We got back through all of our MA resistance on that, first initial push from FOMC. So now we've got the green light. We just held it on the pullback. Also aligns on ES with our open range sell zone. It held right there at 3-minute MA, at that open range sell zone, and at that, 30-minute? No, yeah, 30-minute MA, 45 MA. Lots of things lining up for support now that we just pushed through.
That September point of control at 38.75 as well. Key to stay above that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 38.75 has been big for us these past couple days. So keeping an eye on these internal signals, right? We need VIX to get back under 26 right here. Just hanging on. Take is doing a good job of holding positive.
I'm curious for anybody that is watching the live stream. Is the video quality any better? Trying it out through a different, way of streaming it. Okay, good. Seems better. This seems to be running better from my end. It's not. It doesn't keep lagging. It doesn't keep skipping, and my computer is running it just fine. So.
It's popped. Buy back above 387.
Those 390s on SPY from that 90 cents up to $1.40. Those 39.50s from that $1.80, $2 up to $4 now.
Your mic is breaking up a bit. And can't hear you at all if you're speaking right now.
No, I heard you. Here, let me close out a couple of things.
Ready, pop through high day.
Nice push. Anybody take those SPY or SPX that I called out? There was those 390s at that 90 cents to $1. They're up to $1.45, $1.50 now, and pushing for more.
390 so clean, baby. Let's go.
Nice, nice. Those 39.50s from that $82 up to $4.50 now. I'll drop another screenshot of that. So that's exactly what we were talking about on that pullback that we got to get down and test the MA clouds. Hey, there you go, Bender. Yeah, there you go, Bender. Great trade there. Up to $1.69, $1.75. Printing, let's go. Let's get through $1.80, $2.
Too hot, hell yeah.
ES tapping 3,900, starting to get through. This is what we were talking about right before FOMC. You have to be quick with the first pop, but if you're patient and wait and watch these key levels on the pullback, we know what they're trying to pull them back to do, right? They're trying to pull them back to hit these key levels and go for more. They basically got like doubles, triples on the initial pop, so they lock up, take profit, let it come back, and they pick it up at the exact levels that we have on our charts.
And don't be greedy. Lock it up, lock it up. What's
Yep,
coming on could easily just go right back down. Profit.
absolutely.
Got plenty of time. You like what you see, lock it in. We're paper runners, right? We always preach in here to scale out. Pay for those runners.
Yeah, coming right back to that 38.80, 38.78. Definitely would like to see, like Coin just said, 38.74. Key level to hold at this point. If we start giving out, and frankly, if we just start giving out that 38.78, then we could roll back to the 5-minute 21, which sits around 38.67 ish.
Yeah, these pay premiums are coming in right now. 385 puts on SPY holding yesterday's up pretty well right here. Some sell signals. Nothing. Let's see. Ooh, Yeah, 309. Good call right there, my man. High of day on tick. Positive, yeah, like 1500.
VIX just chilling at 26.
Yeah. Back up over 1,000. Positive 14. Tick high of day, looks like. Right at it again. Positive 15.
Yep. And the,
Again, high of day. High of day across the board, actually.
yep, those 390s got down to almost a dollar, pretty much, and now popping again to 175. And if you look at SPY over here, it's holding that cloud and holding that cloud and using it to springboard higher. Another stiff rejection at high a day, now slipping through that cloud. Powell's must be on and talking.
Yeah,
Well, let us know what he says because I can't handle having that up while I'm streaming right now.
what's going on? Keep it up with the blips. Oh, snap. They're popping down.
Yep, big dump down. Those puts starting to pick up off of our beast zones.
Exactly what we said here, right? I said, will not achieve sustained strong labor market without price stability. Labor market remains extremely tight, quote, out of balance. Inflation still well above Fed goal. Recent inflation data has been higher than expected. Term inflation expectations well anchored. Oh, baby, let's go. Puts are flying. Got into that 270 put when I posted it. Let's go.
Yep. It's like we were saying, folks, these puts are staying in their beast zone. They're not letting them go. Be ready for a drop. If you just made 90 cents to $1.75 with us on those 390s, take a shot. When these were back at 30, 40 cents, and now they're up to a buck on the 380s, on those 270s. Again, this is market makers balancing to all these reactions. Man, from 3,900 straight back to 38.43. Probably going to park the bus.
Probably gonna park the bus. Another beautiful Fed day in the books, huh?
Yep. Oh yeah, there you go, Connor. Those 384s held that beast level at a dollar. Got up to 260. Just working off these levels back and forth.
I played these 270 puts right here. Just posted them. Ooh, cheesiest. 0.8 to 8. Yeah. That power, baby. But obviously a lot of stress, right? This, like we were talking about, an hour ago. This was gonna be stressful for sure. And obviously, the way that we talk about it like seems easy, but we have just gotten burned by it so many times. And then I've also made a good amount off it plenty of times. But point being, you see it over and over and over again. You just kind of know what to expect. And our levels get hit perfectly. You know, without these levels, we would not be able to execute so well on this, or know, right? A lot of times we said this is going to get to this point when the equity gets to this point, and boom, it happens. And even on that screenshot I just posted, that 270 got up to that buck 14 to the cent.
SPY and SPX hit our open range buy zone, caught a bounce, back to open, now retesting their open range buy zone.
Our data suggests we may ultimately move to higher levels than we thought at September meeting.
And it just takes little shots here and there, These 390s got down to 20 cents. We had a beast level there at 31 cents. You get back in, they're already up to 71 cents. That's a double. Man, what a strong bounce right back up. It was just it was a strong drop in reaction to some of the stuff Powell was saying, but overall, right back up to try to continue the trend. And this is getting wild, but you take shots when we're near our buy levels. You get some return, you get doubles, you lock some up. It's working on the calls, it's working on the puts.
Right, just playing one extreme back to the other extreme. The ping pong game never ends, just gets a little bit more intense here and there.
Gosh, the 3900s bounced right at our beast level of 340. They're back to 850, $9. It's working on every contract. I'm looking around. And a rejection, and put starting to bounce again. These 3800s got down to that lower beast of a $1.50. They're already back to, well, they were back to about 250. If you're quick in scalping, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as we put this event behind us, right, these waves are now going to become more chill. So with each leg back and forth, you also need to expect less.
Yep, absolutely.
You're not going to hit those recent highs in your contract. You got to keep expectations realistic. We got theta burning here, hour and 15 left.
And theta's probably going to kick in a little harder because they've not really been using theta today.
Right, but they need 2x4, right? So yeah, for sure. We're gonna light it up here soon.
They'll burn it all down.
Right.
Ugh, all indices kind of close to their VWAPs.
Oh, Powell, the time for slower hikes may come as soon as December.
Ooh.
Likely to have discussion on slower hikes at next meeting. No decision has been made yet. But they did have a discussion at this meeting about slowing hikes as well. It says we have no sense that we have moved too fast. Been a good and successful program so far. Still is a need for ongoing rate hikes.
Again, those 3,800 puts went about that $1.50 up to 350, almost $4 in this pullback. Just the last few candles. I've got that up on my stream right now, the 3,800s.
Powell, short-term inflation expectations have moved up, may affect wages. Final conditions have tightened quite a bit. We don't have a clearly identified way of knowing when inflation becomes entrenched.
SPY and SPX slipping a little lower, but still holding our open range buy zone. Oh, some calls hitting their beast levels. I just switched up to the 387 on SPY, hitting its beast zone around 50-60 cents. If we get just a little pop back up, this will make a nice little move, possibly back to $1 for a double. Pulling back a little further. On the other side of the coin, those 380s are also in their beast zone. Just moved from about 40 cents up to about 78 cents now, 80 cents for a double on the 380s. SPY making an H, getting down near 382, 381 and a half next. And on SPY, we just went from our outer shaded region above, and we are starting to reach down almost to our outer shaded region below. Dumping hard, those puts taken off from our buy zones. A double now, about to potentially be a triple. Those puts hitting their open level. Lock up some profit here.
IQ's low day. Oh my god.
SPY's Q's low day. Definitely lock up some profit on this drop. Can we have FOMC every day? And if you've been watching, like on the stream or whatnot, you know, calls hit our buy zones, took off to sell zones, then came back. Our puts fell down to buy zones, taking off to sell zones. Can play both sides of the coin. You don't have to scalp every candle. Wait for these levels and load in at these levels.
Ooh, under that 380 and a half.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. Just hit 380. Slipped a little bit below it. We should expect some support here. Ooh, ES got down to 38.20.
We have the daily mean on ES at 37.94 right now. Easy. Ooh, pushing a little lower. QQQ about to hit point of control from last month.
Oh, those 3800s up to 10 bucks. After tapping our beast zone around $1.50.
Oh baby, I'm having the surf and turf tonight. Let's go.
ES slipping for more, 38.15.
Just give us the mean.
Oh yeah, got the mean right down there. 3800 gonna be tough. 3807 and a half, another key level.
Got the weekly is right there as well. 3807 and a half.
Also, you know, folks, if you're not good at getting in and out of these trades quickly, another very easy thing to do is to set up OCO orders. I've made a video on how to build OCO orders. There's plenty of times where I just throw an OCO at these levels with a some percentage of stop, right, and let it ride out. And then I have my take profits all ready to go. I have my my last order as a trailing stop to just let it ride out. It's the easiest way I've found to get into trades and have them manage themselves, especially when things are moving fast like this. You just got to work off of our levels, let it play out. Sometimes you'll take little losses. Usually I have a stop at like 30%. And then the winners are, you know, doubles, triples, that kind of thing. I believe I have a link for that OCO order in the Beast Recap channel. Let me double check. Yeah. So if you go check out the Beast Recap channel, I made a video on how to build OCO orders. I highly recommend you check those out. That's how I'm executing off of these trades, getting in at the buy levels. You know, I have usually a 3 take profits at like 50%, 100, 150. I adjust I adjust those orders around once I'm in the trade and put them near my beast levels. And man, like those 380s on SPY from our bottom beast of 38 cents got up to $2 in our sell zone. Oh, so clean. SPY slipping below 380 again.
Oh, bro, it finally happened. It finally happened.
What?
I'm about to post a screenshot right now.
Okay.
Check it out.
Oh, we got a little
It's
Don Ritchie impersonator, huh? You finally made it, man. You finally made it. I'm assuming you already gave him the boot.
I'm about to right now. Taking some screenshots. Welcome screen.
See, that's why I've never wanted to axe that welcome channel. It's an easy way to see who's changing their names.
Oh, that's great.
So simple. Oh, nice, Paraloco. He's always pretty good about covering us when we get those imposters. He's usually the first to let us know.
Alright, my dude is on it. He's like
Yeah.
traumatized from his own server.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
And folks, you know, it's pretty easy. You know, we're usually not going to direct message you and just start asking random questions. And, you know, you can look at Richie's been Discord member since 2019 versus somebody that just opened an account like a few days ago. We get this all the time with these imposters. Little bounce.
Perro Loco messaged me and he was like, hey brother, didn't know that you rejoined your group. I was like, what? And he sent me a screenshot. I was like, oh, come on, guy. No, yeah, that welcome channel has been perfect. Super great. Some travel tools.
Yeah, that's how we know when we've made it, when we start getting the clone accounts. Right, exactly, Bet. And if you look at the tool on a lot of these strikes, a lot of these options that we're watching, you know, the calls worked and got up to sell zones. At the same time, the puts were hitting buy zones. We've got that full reversal. If you'd have hit both sides off of our levels, it provided great returns, doubles, triples. It was very nice. This little bounce, SPY, and let's see, ES and SPX getting close to tapping their daily 50 from below after dropping through it. We want to be watching those MA clouds as we near them as well. Could be setting up. So for those folks listening, give us a little feedback. Is this all making sense as you're seeing these trades go from our buy zones to sell zones back and forth on each side? And were you guys able to hit any of these trades with us?
What a move! What a move! ES only down 40 points here. Oh, this 38.25 has been big.
Yep, SPX tapping that daily 50, daily 8. Starting to reject it a little. Keep an eye on these puts. If we get another leg.
Ooh, yeah, especially if we H here under that 380 and a half on SPY.
Yep.
Nice pop though.
Oh, yeah, nice little pop. SPY coming back up to test 381 and a half, starting to get through. Let's see how it deals with 382 and our MA cloud. And a dump right back. Those puts starting to bounce a little. About 7 minutes in the power hour.
Money.
Little pop again.
Oh man, they're gonna close those that open.
Yeah, after all that. VIX is still down near low a day.
Yeah, nice ball.
Ooh, I think we just bounced off a 4-hour squeeze bottom on ES. Yep. A 4-hour just started forming at that 38.25.
Oh man, good eye there. I
Mm-hmm.
could not see that. So yeah, I see like a 30-minute or 1 hour. There's something.
Those 382 calls were holding their beast level at about 50 cents, 75 cents. They're up to $1.50 on this pump. We are testing our MA clouds now, finally.
Yeah, nice push and tick though in that last push, up to like positive 1200, 1300. Less than an hour left, y'all. You know, the big moves are likely done here. And don't try to make up for something in this last hour. It will likely just chop her up. There will be plays, but gotta keep them small, keep them tight.
Starting to reject that first MA cloud.
Powell, no sense that inflation is coming down. Chill, Jerry, chill. To rein in inflation will require further interest rate increases. Higher probability of recession in euro area.
Well, nice little bounces on these puts as we reject those clouds. Those 3800s got down near $1, already back to 230. Even those 380s, they got down near their low of day at about 20 cents, already back to 50 cents. We're now, we just pulled down and testing where that last big green candle was. So we've engulfed that back. These puts gaining more value. Those 380s back up to 70 cents from basing around 20, 30 cents. Another double. Those 3800s back up to $4 after getting down to $1.
Powell, no one knows if there will be a recession. Come on, guy. Powell, as rates go higher, it's hard to see a soft landing.
These 380s up to $1. These 3800s up to 550.
Powell, at some point, you'll see rents come down. It's premature to discuss about rate pausing. Households are still spending. A little more, might complete this H here. Oh my god, these 270 puts again, baby.
Yep. Yeah, did anyone grab those puts as I was calling them out? Was talking about was talking about that rejection of 382 on SPY, that rejection of the MA clouds on SPY and SPX, and both at 380 and 3800 called them out when they were cheap. Now they pumped up in this drop. Definitely locked some profit. Especially since we got back below that 38.25, we could easily pop back up to it for a test. Let's go, coin. Hit those 3800s, $1 to $7. My man had his orders sitting and waiting.
Let's go. Coin. Oh man. That fresh island breeze down there, my man can just think that much more clear than the rest of us.
Yeah, and here I'll make a little screenshot. Come on, there we go. Ah, darn it. Come on.
Come on, baby, give us low day. Stop playing. Stop playing. Come on, don't pop. I know we got a beast level there, but keep it.
Yep, SPX right at low a day, almost to 3800. These 3800s almost in the money. New low a day on SPX. SPY right at low a day. Definitely lock up a little bit of profit on this momentum.
Oh god, it's surf and turf tonight with extra surf. Let's go.
Those 3800s now to $10. Those 380 puts up to $1.75 from that 20-30 cents.
and low of day here on ES and Q under that point of control from last month now. Already now low of day lining up with yesterday's low. And low of week. Never gets old, coin.
Yeah.
Sugar water put.
All right, I finally made this screenshot, dropping it in the chat now as these puts rage higher. I wanted to show how, on the last big green candle that we had up on SPX that got us up to our MA clouds. On the options chart on those 3800s, it prints that big candle down. This is a little options hack, so pay attention. When it does that little candle down and the next candle is a little lower, I like to try and look at where that big candle stopped at like 92 cents. I like to place my order there. You can see once it popped back over, it gave one last retest and then took off. Just a little options hack to think about how to best get into that. It can make that big candle down. The next candle can wick to, we don't even know what number sometimes, but it's once it breaks back over that a lot of volume, a lot of algos start hopping in to push it higher. Is that making sense to folks? Hopefully so. Since we are all now watching options contracts, just want to arm you with a fun little tool. Watch that candle, where it closed, and once it breaks back over, you get in. And I line that up with SPX and SPY testing the MA clouds. It got right up into them on that push. Those puts hit that level. They stop. They print a little lower, but once they break back over, it's a recovery play. Yep, those 382 puts, 75 cents to 370. Let's go. These 380 puts up to $2 from like 20, 30 cents. Oh, the 3800s got back up to their open level at 12.50 from that dollar entry that coin just nailed. ES right at 3800. Definitely lock up some of your profit because there could be a little bounce here. Ooh, starting to slip right through. Almost to the daily 21 on ES. SPX has the daily 21 just about 8 points lower. Ooh, these 380s getting up to 250. Hitting our purple line. Definitely lock up a little profit.
And just like that, reversion to the mean, baby. My God.
Yep, and there we have it. ES just slapped it. SPX just a couple of points away. SPY almost there as well. Reversion to the mean on an FOMC day when we printed like doubles or triples on the calls and then frickin' 10x on the puts. Ooh, coin hitting that purple line on those 3800s. He got that purple. They're almost $20. These 380s about to hit our purple hash line at $3. Just hit it. Let's go.
coin. He did not get 20x on that. Jesus, bro.
Yeah, yeah, they went a buck to 20.
Let's go, brother. Oh, man. Let's go, man. Hell yeah. Get to a full reversion to the mean. It's good.
Oh yeah, patience pays. There we go. SPX at the mean at 3780. Those 3800s way in the money.
Vic's pushing low of day here. What is that? Oh,
VIX has been broken, man.
dude, so broken.
Disgusting. The 3775's got down to 20 cents. They're at 7, just hit $8. Oh my goodness, still going.
Oh my god.
You got a key level on ES here at 3773, almost at it, just below the mean. And SPY, almost to 376. Those 380s just hit our outer shaded region at about 375. Having a pullback.
Damn. Crazy. Crazy.
Nice little bounce for everything. Yep, all locked up on the short. Let's go.
Yup, same. Off, dude, those 270s went from 15 cents to $3.
Yep,
Oh
20x.
my god.
Hell the 380s went 18 cents to $4.
Oh,
Almost $4. 375. All right, made it back to the mean. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully, you folks that are listening were able to hit some of that downside with us. Such an amazing leg. I kept saying, watch this test of these MA clouds on SPY SPX could send us down to new lows and, as Richie called out, back to the 21, and that's what we got. SPY almost even got VWAP in that little push. Oh, those 3800s went to 28 in the middle of our outer shaded region. From a buck.
oof, man, I'm exhausted after this. My goodness.
Yep. You definitely came back to a crazy FOMC, man.
Yo, we kept saying it too at the top, like, careful, this could engulf right back. This could
Yep.
engulf right back.
All the way down.
I was not expecting that. Oh my god.
They said, screw it, let's just revert to the mean. And earlier in the day, held the daily 8, daily 50, pushed back up to that 3,900, and then tanked to 3,800 and below. Wow. Like a 70 point move up on ES, and then a 100 point move down. Jeez. Woo. New low a day again. SPX tapping the outer shaded region. The bottom line in that outer shaded region.
Nice pop for tick, back up to positive 600 here. Ruddy down to its weekly 200.
SPX got down to 37.71. SPX got down to 37.71. Let's see, as we look around the board, Tesla made it back down to that 216 key level, trying to hold it now. Um, Apple made it down to 145.5, 146, trying to hold that now. Microsoft made it down below 220.5, bounced around 221. Google made it down to 87.5, trying to hold. Amazon made it down to 92.5. AMD held 60, bounced up to 62, and then dumped back to that 58 and 75 key level. SPY just chopping around the mean right now. The daily 21, which sits at about, what is this, 376.95.
Which is very likely ultimately their target for the day. You know, wouldn't doubt that we just fizzle out here. So would not really be looking for new trades too hard right here. The moves have been made.
Exactly. And yeah, if you missed any of these big moves, definitely don't feel bad. The market's always going to give us more opportunity. And now everything has been reset to the daily 21, at least on ES. Already almost made it to the daily 21. So now we're back down at some big key critical levels that we can play off of. And we have more room to move to the upside and the downside. So all in all, great spot. New low of day on SPX, 3770. And for one last time, I'm going to share this 3800 put on SPX. As you can see, we had that FOMC reaction around 2 o'clock that dropped these straight down to their beast zone. And then if you look, they held their beast zone and started to pop up for great returns. They went like, let's see, about 80 cents up to 5, 6. Actually, let me look over here. There we go. They went 80 cents up to $8, and they came back to $1. Went to 12, then they came back again to $1. Went to 30. That beast zone, that major buy level, is the key thing that we're watching on any options contract. When they defend the beast zone, meaning that they keep buying it at the beast zone and letting it gain value, in a way that's like big money and market makers showing their intent before something happens. They protected that 3800 SPX at its beast zone every time, and it went for like 30x from $1. Went from $100 to $3,000. So we like to think when they are defending a beast zone, they have an intention to try to take it there. And SPX obviously got below 3,800. And it was a big key level, big key strike to be watching on the day. So just wanted to share the chart where it doesn't have all the other extra levels plotting. Just shows the beast zone and our open levels, and you can see, we went from the beast zone to our open level and came right back to the beast zone, did not set a new low of day, and took off from there up to that 30x. SPX still slipping a little lower, new low of day. That's why we try to teach in here how to use this tool, how to read these levels, and how to think like the market makers. So big key lesson takeaway for everybody, I hope, is the beast zone is the most important spot on that options chart. And when they defend the beast zone and let it make good returns, you definitely want to pay attention every time it comes back. When it comes back, it can come back hard and it can look like, oh, I don't want to take this trade. It's just going to give out. And then it bounces and goes 20x, right? And we called out that 3,800 a couple of times. I think coin hit it from $1 up to 10. It came back. We loaded back in at $1. And, it goes up to that open level again. It pushes further. And here I'll go ahead and load another screenshot just showing the other levels, because we use those as our profit targets. Can it get from the beast zone to the outer shaded region? And as soon as toss stops freezing on me, I'll drop that screenshot. Nice, Trade Warrior. You got to hit some of those puts with us. Got a triple on them. Let's go. That's awesome. Oh man, those puts are still going. SPX slipping a little lower. SPY almost to that daily 15.
Oh, man, I can't believe we made it down to this 375. Crazy.
Yep, that's one thing we talked about in prep, how we could move down and touch all of our moving averages that were below us.
Damn. What a flush. 38 coin? Yeah, I'm probably with you too, bro. Shit. I mean, at 1 to 20 is still,
There we go.
a lot.
Thank you, Coin. Coin just dropped a screenshot of that option with all of the levels. So at any time that we get in at beast and it really starts to work out and going for a triple, double, whatever, we're aiming for that outer shaded region. That's where you want to lock up the majority, the core of your position, and you can always leave runners in case it keeps going. Oh no, are they going to hit 40? Go a full 40x off of our beast zone?
Right? A full 4K from $100, yo. Oh, disgusting. Stretching that Benji, baby.
Oh, those 380s just tapped 495, $5 from 20 cents. Yeah, no, like he hit it $1 to 20 and got out there, and now they just hit 40. So he's just crying for money left on the table.
Right? We always say, you should leave a little meat on the bone. It's a good trade. But that one hurts. For
Yeah,
sure.
20x is still amazing.
No, for sure. And honestly, like going into close, right? Just really short on time. Could go either direction at any point during that whole time. Right? You get what you get. Keep moving. Yeah, through nine, and that's like what we were talking about earlier, right? We pretty much called out this whole move after that 2 p.m. mark. But just because we sat through it so many times, just plain and simple. Got plugged them hours in. And again, like to what I said at that time too, if it wasn't for this system, we would not be able to tell you, turn by turn, where this thing is going. all those things are swirling very, very quickly.
Oh, those 380s up to $5 from 20 cents. Ridiculous.
From 20 cents. Dang. Oh, God, what a move.
Yeah, what do those 270s get up to? Like
Um,
450 or something?
four. No, four.
$4. There you go.
Low of 15 cents. I was, like 25 cents. Didn't ride to four though. Pretty nuts.
Yeah, and Coin shared a good little screenshot there. We can see on that FOMC reaction where we took off from how it tried to act as support, but then once we got below it, that's the point that we short when it's now resistance down for the trade. Ooh, and a new low to close the day on SPX.
Oof, right. I'm exhausted after these past 2 hours. Oh my God. I need a drink. I don't know if I need water more or whiskey.
Tequila.
Right? Tequila for sure. Right coin that too, man. Oh man. Alright, I'm not sticking around today. Going on a beach date with Rhiannon right now. She got to work a little earlier, so I'm chilling.
Hell yeah.
About to do exactly that coin.
Nice. All right, I'm going to end the stream there. End of the day. Good game, folks. Thanks for anybody who tuned in on YouTube. If you haven't already, definitely come join our server. There's a link in the description.